Shalom, Kahalo Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashim Kadash. Double honors to the elder apostles and elder bishops of GMS, including the elders that came before them that tell us this truth. The Shabbat Shalom and salutations to all the brothers out pushing the word and truth and sincerity, the hopeful elect tabernacle of David. Salaki, it is the Shabbat, so forgive me, I didn't say it the first time. So it's just a quick video. I saw an article, right, and it's showing signs and tokens. And I'm going to read some of the article and try to keep this as short as possible because that's the new way, short and sweet. Okay, so 2nd Ezra 6 and 18. We'll start at 18. And it said, Behold, the days come that I will begin to draw nigh and to visit them that dwell upon the earth. It's talking about the Most High, Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, and will begin to make inquisition of them what they be that have hurt unjustly with their unrighteousness, and when the affliction of Zion shall be fulfilled. Okay, so here we are at the end, right? And when the world that shall begin to vanish away shall be finished, see the end, then will I show these tokens. Okay, so signs and tokens. All right, this is what we're looking at here. The book shall be opened before the firmament, and they shall see all together going into the internet, right? And here's the point, okay? And the children of a year old shall speak with their voices. These are the signs, okay? First the internet, right? And see, I will show these tokens. The book shall be opened before the firmament, and they shall see all together going into the internet, and the true understanding of the 100% truth and the internet. And so this is part of these tokens. And children of a year old shall speak with their voices. The women with child shall bring forth untimely children of 3 or 4 months old, and they shall live and be raised up. So I'm going to stop right there. We'll read the rest later, but we'll go to this article that I see, okay? Canadian siblings born 4 months early, so that's 5 months. If it's 4 months early, that would be from 9 months is 5 months, which is very close to what it says right here. Okay, what is it? Untimely children of 3 or 4 months old, right? Well, this said 4 months early. That would be 5 months, so that's very close. All right. For the sake of counting. Canadian siblings born 4 months early set record as the world's most premature twins. Okay, let's read that one more time. All right. Children of a year old shall speak with their voices. The women with child shall bring forth untimely children of 3 or 4 months old, and they shall live and be raised up. Well, there it is. These are the tokens. These are those signs of what? That the world is beginning to vanish away and be finished. Okay, so let's read some of this. Okay. For expectant parents, Shekinah, Reg, Nadaraja, the doctors like some Elamites probably. The doctor's words were both definitive and devastating. Their twins were not viable. Huh. Even in that moment, as I was hearing those words come out of a doctor's mouth, I could still feel the babies very much alive within me. And so for me, I just wasn't able to comprehend how babies who felt very much alive within me could not be viable. Regendrum recalled. So that's a picture of them right there. They look like Elamites. They could be Jakes, you don't know. Okay. Still, she knew that there was no way she would be able to carry them. She had begun bleeding. The doctor said she would give birth soon. The parents to be were told that they would be able to hold their babies, but that they would not be resuscitated as they were too premature. Okay, so this situation is jumping right out of the scriptures. Regendrum 35, and Nadaraja, Nadaraja, 37, had married and settled in Ajax, Ontario, about 35 miles east of Toronto, to start a family. They had conceived once before, but the pregnancy was ectopic outside the uterus and ended after a few months. As crushing as the doctor's news was, Nadaraja said they both refused to believe their babies would not make it, and so they scoured the internet, finding information that both alarmed and encouraged them. The babies were at just 21 weeks and 5 days gestation. To have a chance, they would need to stay in the womb a day and a half longer. Regendrum would have to go to a specialized hospital that could treat micropremeeies. Okay? The earlier a baby is born, the higher the risk of death or serious disability. The U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention says babies born preterm before 37 weeks gestation can have breathing issues, digestive problems, and brain bleeds. Development challenges and delays can also last a lifetime. So, but the Most High is changing these things in these last days, and it's a sign unto us that we're at the end of this thing. The problems can be especially severe for micropreemies, those born before 26 weeks gestation who weigh less than 26 ounces. Researchers found that infants born at 22 weeks who get active medical treatment have survival rates of 25 to 50%, according to a 2019 study. That looked like a little Jake right there. Adriel was born weighing less than 15 ounces. It must be him. All right. Regendrum and Nadaraja requested a transfer to Mount Sinai Hospital in Toronto, one of a limited number of medical centers in North America that provides resuscitation and active care at 22 weeks gestation. Then they say they prayed hard, right? That's what Jake does. Prayed hard to who? Yahweh Shemel Shah. With a regendrum determined to keep the babies inside her just a few hours longer. Just 1 hour after midnight on March 4th, 2022, at 22 weeks gestation, Adia Leyland Nadarja was born weighing under 12 ounces. Her brother, Adriel Luca Nadarja, joined her 23 minutes later, weighing not quite 15 ounces. According to Guinness World Records, the pair are both the most premature and lightest twins ever born. The previous record holders for premature twins were the Ewalt twins, born in Iowa at the gestational age of 22 weeks, 1 day. It is a record these parents say they want broken as soon as possible so more babies are given the opportunity to survive. They were perfect in every sense to us, Regendrum said. They were both smaller than the palm of our hands. People still don't believe us when we tell them. They're definitely miracles. Okay? So I'm not going to read anymore. It's just more of the same. They're definitely miracles, Nadarja said as he described seeing the twins in the neonatal intensive care unit for the first time and trying to come to terms with what they would go through in their fight to survive. Well, the Most High said they're going to survive. I had challenging feelings, conflicting feelings, seeing how tiny they were on one hand, feeling the joy of seeing two babies on the other hand. I was thinking how much pain they are in. It was so conflicting. They were so tiny, he said. These risks and setbacks are common in the lives of micropreemies. So this is just, all right, what did I see that I wanted to go into? did I say? Right here, it is a record of these parents. They want to break it so more babies be given the opportunity to survive. I saw something. Okay, anyway, I do want to go back. All right, because the Most High is keeping them alive. All right, let's see. All right, let's look at this one more time, and then I'm going to read down. Okay, it says, the women with child shall bring forth untimely children of 3 or 4 months old, and they shall live. That's the Most High, and be raised up. Okay, so these are tokens, right? Book shall be opened the firmament before the firmament and the internet. So we got this truth, right? We use the internet all day and all night in different languages. And then we're seeing the rest of these tokens. But now it gets bad because what? What does it say? Um, Finished. Where's that? Right here. 2nd Ezra 6 and 20. And when the world that shall begin to vanish away shall be finished, then will I show these tokens. Well, we can clearly see that the world, right, is vanishing away and very soon will be finished. What else do we see? We'll go down. This is 2nd Ezra 6 and 23. And suddenly, okay, we're right about at this point. And suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown, the full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty. That's going into the famine, right? And they're setting the famine up as we speak, all right? Bill Gates doing his thing, all right? Destroying the food supply, the chickens and the eggs and the plant, processing plants, right? Throwing out milk and all sorts of stuff, okay? Shutting down Walmarts. The full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty. And the trumpet shall give a sound, which when every man heareth, they shall be suddenly afraid. Okay? So we're in this time right here. How do we know? Well, I'm showing you. Okay? All right? The books are open. We got this 100% truth. We're pushing it on the internet. And we're looking at these children right here. These are signs. Okay? Now we're coming up on this famine and great distress. Jacob's trouble is right here. Right? And the trumpet shall give a sound, which when every man heareth, they shall be suddenly afraid. As early as tomorrow, if the Trump thing goes down or not, right? They might have walked that back. We'll see. Okay. At that time shall friend fight against one another like enemies, and the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein. The springs of the fountain shall stand still, and in 3 hours they shall not run. Famine of the word right there. So this is how close we are to all of this stuff. Okay. Here's the tokens. All right. We got the truth. There's the internet. We're looking at the preemies, right? Here comes the famine that's already set up. Here comes the trouble. Here comes Jacob's trouble, right? And the famine of the world. Whosoever remaineth from all these, I have told thee, shall escape. Now here comes the delivery, the deliverance, and see my salvation and the end of Esau. There's Esau, the end of your world. Okay, and the men that are received, what does that mean? It means you got beamed up. Shall see it, who have not tasted death from their birth, and the heart of the inhabitants shall be changed and turned into another meaning. For evil shall be put out, and deceit shall be quenched. As for faith, it shall flourish. Now we're getting into the kingdom. As for faith, it shall flourish. Corruption shall be overcome, and the truth, which hath been so long without fruit, shall be declared. Okay, so we're right in this. We're right in the middle of all of this. All right, according to what is being said, according to the prophecy, right, right here, and it said, "Behold, the days come that I will begin to draw nigh and to visit them that dwell upon the earth." We're in that. We're within that. Okay, and the world that, and when the world that shall begin to vanish away, we're watching that. We clearly see all these signs. We see this devil scrambling. We see the polycrisis. Okay, we see Davos. We see this guy making a run for the border, if you will. He's making a go of it, right? And we see these things have taken place. The books are open. All right, we're all seeing together. We're looking at the preemies. Okay, here come the famine. We go right down the list. All right, so we're that close. All right, we're this close to. Okay, there's the famine. We're not quite there yet. We're not quite at the point of friends shall fight one against another like enemies. We're just outside of that. All right, and trumpet. Not that that means Trump is going to blow a trumpet tomorrow and give the word for the Civil War, but hey, you know, whatever this guy has planned, whether it happens or not, it could go down, right? And then the famine of the word. Jacob's trouble done officially began, right? And then here's the chariots right here. And whosoever remaineth from all these that I've told thee shall escape. There's the escape plan. And see my salvation in the end of your world. That's the missiles, right? And then the kingdom. So I just wanted to go over that because I saw this, all right? These two. And, just to bring it out. And this is March 9th, a couple of weeks ago. And I've had this. I just, didn't, Spirit wasn't on me to bring it out quite yet, but here we are. So with that, we'll just go ahead and end it right there. All right. We're that close. All right. It is even at the door. So with that, we'll go ahead and close it right there. I hope that the elect are edified. Get ready. Stay ready. All right. Stay alert. Stay sober. Here we go. All right. We hope that the elect are edify you, brothers and sisters. Shalom.